Hey, it's Craig. You may recognize me as Stuttering Craig from back in the old internet days. Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm still working on my intro. Cut me some slack. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, because I'll tell you what, right now I'm doing 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I think that if we are able to get to 50,000 subscribers, which we'll only do if you hit the subscription button, I will add a day to releasing videos. I think that's what I'm going to do. So maybe a Tuesday, maybe a Thursday, but we don't know until you hit the subscribe button. So let's go. Let's get going. Today we're taking a look at probably one of the most controversial lists early Screw Attack days. Was the top 10 PlayStation 3 exclusives. And boy, oh boy, I remember the logic here. I also remember pissing off a lot of people when we did this list. It was quite funny to do. And I feel like I need to give some sort of preface, but I won't. At the end of the day, it was just fun making videos that really piss people off. And I think today, like legitimately, the internet culture has changed so much that I think that had we had social media at the time, and had we had opportunities to interact with our viewers, I won't say fans, but almost our viewers outside of like the comment section, if we had Twitter and Facebook and such, we would probably pause a little bit on how much we piss people off, because people were so mad at us for this list, which is really such a stupid thing to say. I mean, like, come on, they're video games. Get over it, all right? I realize we all have our affinities and our little tribes that we go, oh, Super Nintendo's the best, and Nintendo and Genesis. It's like, come on, get over it. They're all video games. Just, you know, like, you don't need, everything doesn't need to be a tribe, all right? But with all that said, let's go watch this thing. I think you're going to enjoy it, and we'll talk a little bit more afterwards, as well as I'll be providing with a little bit of commentary as we go through. I hope this doesn't get flagged for copyright, because I think there's some copyrighted footage in this. If there is, then maybe I'll, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's go. All right, top 10 PlayStation 3 exclusives. We actually did 2 versions of this list. And we'll come back to that in a little bit.
In November 2006, I was freezing my nuts off waiting in line to get the brand new PlayStation 3.
It's cold.
A crap ton of cash, and a year later, it's time.
Can we just talk really quick about this main right here? Look at this. Look at this hair flying out here. This is the first ever Screw Attack hat. A lot of people got to know me for my hats, specifically the backwards hat variety. Wow, look at how like lean I was too, super thin. You know, what's when you're like 25 years old. But this was a Jack Daniels hat that I got for free, that with an iron-on Screw Attack logo on it up here. That's what that was. Anyways, sorry, continue. Let's continue me in 2008.
It's cold.
A crap ton of cash, and a year later, it's time to look back at the big black money sucker at the root for what it's all about. The games.
The games.
And what defines a console?
That was a pretty good game.
Exclusives.
The Simpsons.
We're not stupid. Just because a company throws in a couple new features, it doesn't make it exclusive.
That's right.
Let's throw Ninja Gaiden and The Godfather out the window.
Yeah, so we played every single PS3 exclusive that is out there to date. So just remember, we have to go with what's available. And keep in mind, a top 10 list is usually made up of good games.
Wow.
So, hey, I'm Stuttering Craig.
And I'm Handsome Tom.
For ScrewAttack's top 10 PS3 exclusives.
So you heard that. You heard the intro, and there's actually a couple warnings in there, subtle warnings, about the idea that, you know, we got to, number one, we got to see what's, make sure we, I think I said something to the effect of, we got to make sure we're only going off what's available right now, and they got to be good games. So it's like, hello, Flame Shield up. Here we go.
Number 10.
Oh, shit.
Number 9.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Handsome Tom.
What?
There's not a game here either.
Oh, my God. And at this point, people are going, "Ah, what are you doing?" And like all these people, I love my PlayStation 3. They're like, oh, shaking their computers because they're not on their phones yet. They're not shaking their phones. Going, "Ah!" They're on their computers just shaking it. What are you doing? Talking bad about this stuff. And then we go to this on number 8.
Number 8.
Now this is a game. Virtual Fighter 5, all the levels, characters,
Wait.
play so
It's on 360. It's not exclusive.
Number
Okay. just straight trolling. And I remember this is one of the first times people actually on game trailers saw who we were. Up until this point, everything was like a voiceover, and this is one of the we very rarely were on camera. And when we were on camera, they saw us for this. So like they immediately hated us. Oh my god.
Like we said, we've got to go with what's available. And who really cares about Formula One racing
There we
and
go.
Major League Baseball exclusives?
That's right.
Bad omen right there.
Yeah, those are definitely killer apps. I don't know. Maybe we should put them in there.
No, there's a
No.
reason why there's only 7 numbers on this list. But on the bright side, the Ridge Racer series is known for its arcade
There you go.
style
Get into
gameplay.
it.
And when it jumped as an early exclusive to the PS Triple, we were actually pretty impressed.
The Ridge Racer games are
Step
great,
forward from
man.
the series, it was still a real solid racing game that includes the ability to customize and take your wheels online. If you're down with crazy drifting and some pretty graphics, Ridge Racer 7 works, especially for a launch title.
That's my type of racing game. I know a lot of people are really into the F1 stuff. For us, we were always into the arcade style gameplay way more than the simulation stuff. So number 7, a first real game, Ridge Racer. I think number 6 is where it gets a little hairy.
Number 6.
Yep. Okay.
It's not a
Oh
game.
my god.
It's not even a Blu-ray exclusive. But damn, Superman is freaking awesome.
Superman.
Okay. I hope I don't get flagged for copyright here. The long and short is that it's Superman 2 and it's the Richard Donner cut because it was a Blu-ray exclusive. That's why it was. And like we put a movie on the list of top 10 PlayStation 3 games. The only reason why I'm skipping forward is just for copyright fear. So let's continue on. Thanks, YouTube. Oh, can't even do fair use.
Number 5.
Oh man, what a great game! Let's go.
At the
Another
time,
good
Metro
racer.
was the best looking game on the PS3, but as good as it looked, there were a few things missing.
Oh, this is so fun.
Like tracks.
Yeah, yeah.
Multiplayer. Don't get us wrong, it's a real fun game that gives you the ability to choose between a bunch of different vehicles, but the lack of options caught everyone by surprise, even this guy.
Talk about a game that just kind of doesn't exist anymore. I think they tried to make MotorStorm into like the new Excite Bike or Excite Truck or whatever. Speaking of Excite Truck, where's that been? Like the last time we saw that was like on the Wii, right? That'd be a great game to come back with your Switch moving it back and forth. But anyways, yeah, MotorStorm, man, that was a really fun game, and I really love the music in MotorStorm. Super fun. Just like totally long and forgotten.
Sure,
What a shame.
Online's cool, but play? How about play with buddies?
Play with buddies.
Even without the options, MotorStorm will at least give you a few days of entertainment.
I
And
think
when
I
that gets
remember-
old, you can at least have fun watching your driver break his right clavicle over and
There you
over
go.
again. Yay!
I think I remember actually capturing that footage. Notice, once again, the footage is not in high definition. It's all 480p. It's all, super crappy, which, once again, reflects a lot of, like, when you look at the ScrewAttack stuff versus the game trailer stuff was always so much better quality from a production standpoint than the ScrewAttack stuff. It was crazy.
Number 4.
Some would
This
say
Heavenly Sword?
is
Heavenly
a
Sword, yeah.
decent God of War ripoff.
Once
We
again,
must disagree.
just kind of gone.
In Heavenly Sword, you're a chick. That's
There you
totally
go.
different.
You can't say chick nowadays, Craig. You can't say chick.
Oh, you poor little thing.
Shut up.
Well,
Shut up,
gamers
Internet.
know
Shut
how it
up.
works, and gamers dig giant combos and beating the snot out of everything in sight. One cool thing you won't see in God of War, though, is the ability to pick things up and guide them using your 6-axis controller.
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't love guiding arrows into someone else's cranium?
Okay.
Slow-mo.
I actually very much remember this because I couldn't get any footage of this. I don't think we played it far enough to get this arrow. So I remember this was actually ripped footage from YouTube, and you can tell like this was captured.
One cool thing you won't see in God of War, though, is the
And this is all fine and dandy, and then this. It looks like shit.
In slow-mo.
Like 240p. Oh, pretty cool though. Oh, man, Ratchet and Clank. Let's go with that. Always a good pick.
Here. Bringing gaming's favorite tiger cat thing with crazy weapons and toaster to the
Lombax.
PlayStation
He's
3.
a Lombax, right?
Insomniac promised some really spectacular visuals, and man, did they deliver.
Throw in all the witty remarks and crazy weapons you've grown to love from the series, and you have the first half to buy on our list.
I feel like this right now is almost like it's like it's not a big names that fell off list at this point. It's almost like a big games that never were list. You know, outside of Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank may be there, but as far as Heavenly Sword and it's crazy to think about.
Beautiful, and using the Blu-ray and cell
These were
processing
killer
power, this
apps.
is a taste of great things to come from the PS3.
Now we're on the PlayStation 5. Jeez. Oh, Residence Fall of Man. that's a deep cut for those who know. Resistance Fall of Man. This game was fun. I actually remember. Well, I'll talk about this in a second.
PlayStation 3 could really hang its hat on. Resistance had people stoked about getting the game, even if they didn't know what they were buying.
So what games are you gonna get?
I'm going to get one. It's called Residence Fall of Man.
Yeah, Residence Fall of Man was a good game. Jackass.
Although
So mean.
Resistance
So mean,
got
Craig.
praise
Stop being
from
so
the
mean.
door, we're gonna let it slide because it was a launch title and it offered a bunch of different options: co-op, online gaming, and a decent replay value with new weapons to unlock. We look forward to seeing more of Nathan Hale beat some alien ass.
Okay, so I remember playing through this entire game with TJ or Tom. We played through it online, and we had so much fun with this. If you were to go back and play Resistance Fall of Man or Residence Fall of Man, now you would say this game has not aged very well. I remember playing it, I don't know, it doesn't seem like that long ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, this game is like trash bags. I don't like, it does not hold up. And I know they made several sequels to it, but man, that's crazy to think about how like all these franchises, these were killer apps on the PlayStation 3, and they're not even around today outside of Ratchet and Clank. It's crazy.
All right, let's take a quick recap before we get to number 1. Yes, there is no number 10, 9, or 8.
Number 7, Ridge Racer.
Number 6,
Oh, that's
Superman
rough.
2, the Richard Donner cut on Blu-ray. Yeah.
Number 5, Motor Store.
Stupid.
Number 4,
So stupid.
God of Heavenly Sword.
Number 3, Ratchet and Clank.
And number 2, Resistance Fall of Man.
All right, we got a minute left here. Number 1, any guesses? I know what it is. I remember exactly what it was. And we're talking about another game that franchise that doesn't exist today.
It's number 1.
Anybody remember this?
If we only had one PS3 game,
Anybody?
it would be WARHAWK. Why?
No?
Because you know that everyone who bought the game can't play it by themselves. So they have to be online.
Kind of a backhanded compliment.
Even with the lack of single player, it's hard to find a good online game on the PS3 network.
Music's great.
Although not the original game we hoped it would be, WARHAWK has just about everything you look for in a multiplayer experience to keep you coming back over and over and over again.
Does this not just look like a game from 2006? Like, nah, man, it's
Tanks,
insane.
Planes, jeeps, mounted guns, and the ability for PS3 gamers to talk shit online with their Bluetooth headset that came with the game. Now, only if there were more games to use it with.
Oh, that's raw, man. Raw. Oh, hold on. We got more here? Let's see.
Now, this is a game.
Oh, man, we got bonus content at the end.
I love Virtual Fighter 5. All the characters, it looks so great.
It's on the 360.
I think that's what people really enjoyed about ScrewAttack was it's okay to slap your buddy nowadays. People have talked about, they remember the the ball hits and all that stuff that would, Dia de Huevos and all those things from ScrewAttack. Now you can't do those things. People are so uppity and they got their, panties in a wad and like, it's just friends being friends. And, obviously the dynamic changes over the years and stuff, but I'll say this, I haven't talked to Tom in a long time, but I know that, a lot of people look back on the old ScrewAttack, like the first 2006, 2007 ScrewAttack before Tom left, and they're like, that was their ScrewAttack, right? Tom was such a big part of the early ScrewAttack days, and I don't want to go on like the big Tom diatribe, but yeah, I haven't spoken to him in a while. It would be great to catch up with him. A lot of people say, well, how wouldn't you reach out to him? The reality is I haven't spoken to him in literally over a decade and a half. I actually sat down. We had lunch a few years ago, and but actually got to know him. So I'll say this, we are you're a lot different than you were when you're 25, 26, 27 compared to when you're 40 years old, right? So, I would be open to meeting up with literally anybody I worked with in the past, regardless of how they left. But I absolutely understand why people enjoyed watching that, because it is just a couple buddies having fun and not being afraid to slap your friends and keep on going with your entry was always fun. So I look back on that stuff fondly. So I'll say it's fun to look back on that stuff for sure, which is what we do. So once again, if you guys do enjoy this channel, if you enjoy taking a step back to the past, please hit the subscribe button. Once again, at 50,000 subscriptions, if we can get there, I will add a day of content. I think it'd just be neat to do. Maybe Tuesdays or Thursdays, because right now, once again, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Give this episode a thumbs up, thumbs up. Yeah, exactly. We'll see you guys next time. Remember, people are going to try to bring you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Bye-bye.